All-weather seal. The pool boys are back in town. That's right. 2 weeks in a row, you get these smiling faces because guess what? That means the season is coming to a close, which is insane. So, only a couple weeks left. Only a couple weeks left of these faces. So, let's jump right in. So, here we are, week 15
Whoa.
update. You know what? We updated the graphic, but let's not even talk about it. Let's just jump right into those storylines. I think we should do that, right, Kim?
Okay, let's go. Let's
Let's just
go.
do
We
this.
got
I'm just
places to
hyped.
be, things to do.
Yes, we do. So, looking at those week 15 storylines. Okay, so I'm a little bummed. I kind of don't want to talk about it, but as a distinguished news gentleman or professional, I have to report on it. So, my Patriots lost in horrifying fashion. Tie game. They decided to do the crazy lateral move play for whatever reason when they could have gone to overtime, but instead we went for some crazy laterals and Jacoby Myers threw it back towards Mac Jones when Chandler Jones intercepted it and then just completely buried Mac Jones into the ground. And as Mac is saying, sir, this is not pleasant. This hurts. So Raiders walk off, interception, fumble return for a touchdown. Great job.
Whoa, that was
Great
ugly.
job. Speaking of crazy finishes, the Vikings were down 33-0 at halftime. Let me say that again. 33-0 at halftime. And guess what? They came back and beat the Colts. That's right. Who is leading the Colts? One Matt Ryan, who also has the record for the worst or having the worst comeback on him in a Super Bowl when the Patriots beat them. This guy's just got to have nightmares for days. So anyway, Vikings, biggest comeback in NFL history. And then our plucky little Jaguars, those plucky Jags, take the Cowboys to overtime. And not only did they force overtime, pick six, walk-off victory. Watch out, man. Those Jags, they could be dangerous. Big cats. Big cats.
I love it. But let's see what's happening in the action on the all-weather seal leaderboard.
Yes.
All underdogs still the placeholder, showing you what could have happened. It could have been you if you had just gone with underdogs. Let me also give you a quick tip. If you feel like copying us, some of you do, maybe you'll move up the leaderboard. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But Smitty is back. Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen back on top. 104 points, 96 losses. Our man is back in the number 2 spot, edging out someone who's very near and dear to our heart, Jessica, the bird lady herself. Jessica, we love you. We are rooting for you. We're rooting for both of you. We want this to be epic, down to the wire. So, great work to the two of you. Meb hanging out in number 3, actually tied number 4 with Big Blue and Brian. Meb number 2 down in 7th, and Bobby G hanging out in 8th. 90 wins, 110 losses.
Welcome,
guys.
back
It's still pretty tight. Anybody's race.
Welcome back to Bobby G as well. So this
Bobby
is a great
G.
race. I love to see it.
Good to see you.
Yes.
And look what happens when you come back. You get on the leaderboard.
Boom.
You get your name called out. How about that?
All right. So as we just talked about, the number 1 pick goes to one Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen, and old M down there is saying, guess who's back? Back again. It's Smitty. This is what happens. He took a couple weeks off. Maybe he was just getting rested, getting reloaded to make his picks, because guess what happens when he does? He gets that number 1 pick, had the top score of the week. So you got to get up to Smitty. He ended the weekend on such a high note, getting those last 4 games, started 50-50, just kind of back and forth. But when you end like that, that gets you that number 1 pick. It's kind of like at the end of the college football season. You start getting sacks, you just start getting interceptions, and your draft stock just keeps rising. Well, guess what? Your draft stock rose at the end of the week. So that is why you are the number 1 pick, Smitty.
I'd love to see Eminem incorporate Smitty Werben Jagerman Jensen into one of his raps.
I guarantee you he could. I
guarantee he could. It would be amazing.
Spaghetti, Smitty, it rhymes. Watch out.
Yeah, he's going to do it. All right. We had the Boston Tea Party some 250 years ago, but this weekend we had a Boston L Party. Making sure I'm facing the right way. I don't know which way you're seeing me. L Party.
There you go. That
L. But if Smitty and Meb had you gone with the black hole, the Vegas Raiders, you would not be on the slide right now. But instead, you went with the Patriots. Ethan already mentioned what happened, but I'll go ahead and mention it again. They lost in epic fashion on a last-second play where Chandler Jones buried a quarterback with one hand. It was incredible. So, shipping up to Boston, Smitty, Meb should be shipping out to Vegas. Maybe you should spend more time with Elton John. Britney
Ooh,
Spears,
Celine
Barry
Dion.
Manilow. Lady Gaga's been out there for a while, I think. I don't know. A lot of people in Vegas. You chose the L party.
L
Sorry
Party.
about your luck.
But still great song. Love that song.
Great song.
Great song. All right. Now we got to give it up to the one pride because guess what? Your hometown Lions have won the last 6 of 7 games. That's right. They started the season 1-6, and now they have gone 6-1 to even their record at 7-7. So one pride, you got to give it up to Smitty, Bobby G, and Meb, who had faith, who had the knowledge to go with their Lions. So not only did they cover, not only did they do that, they won the game. And now because of that, with them being 7-7, you have Jim Moore over there saying playoffs. Maybe. He's flipping the script. Maybe these Lions, they've already won some games. Maybe they can make the playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
So, Smitty, Bobby G, and Meb, well done. Having faith in your Leos. Got the dubs. Watch out. Watch out for these playoff-bound Lions. Maybe.
Not sure when the last time the Lions were 500 this late in the season. I mean, I love it. I'm here for it. Go Lions. One pride. Let's go.
One pride.
All right. So we talked earlier about it might not be the worst strategy to go with all underdogs because all underdogs happen to be crushing this pool currently. I think that Jessica and Meb number 2 got some ideas and said, "Hey, what you got over there? What'd you get? What'd you get? You got C? Okay. Did you ever do that in high school where you're kind of like C, trying to help out your friends? We're trying to help you guys out by giving you all these answers. And there you go. Just like Jim and Dwight, Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. What are you doing? What is this?
What, Michael?
Question. What kind of bear is best?
That's a ridiculous question.
False. Black bear.
Well, that's debatable. There are basically 2 schools of thought.
Fact. Bears eat beets.
Oh.
Bears beats Battlestar Galactica.
Bears do not. What is going on? What are you doing?
Michael?
Jessica, Meb number 2. Well done. Well played. I like
They
your
say
style.
Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery. So well done.
Well done.
All right. Now we did a little bit of deep dive because Julie, we love your picks. We love you've been rising through the ranks. Again, you started the season in the butt fumble or the butt punt. We didn't have a butt punt yet. It was a butt fumble. And you have slowly risen up. So I want to take a deep dive into your picks this week. All right. And so I started to notice a weird or maybe an on purpose trend. I can't think of the word, so don't judge me.
Intentional.
What? Yes.
Intentional?
Intentional. I'm a smart man. Maybe. Anyway, so I looked at your picks, and in games that featured teams from New York, Pennsylvania, and California, you went with all those state teams. So both the Jets and the Giants, you chose both those teams. In Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh and Philly, you chose both those teams as well. So in California, you chose the Chargers and the Rams. So I love the fact that you have the state pride. It's that ride or die. We know you bleed scarlet and gray. There was only one Ohio team. We knew you were going to pick it. You knew you were going with the Bengals because the Browns played early in the week. We didn't count it. So, but I love that you have this state pride. So you went 50-50, 3-3. But again, you went with the states. You loved them. The iHeart, not just iHeart NY, iHeart NY, PA, CA. Well done, Julie. I bleed scarlet and gray. We love seeing you mix it up. We love the pride. Keep it going. Keep it going.
She's got state pride.
Yes.
Maybe she's got relatives in New York, Pennsylvania. That would not be far-fetched. California would be a little bit interesting, but
she's a world
you've got relatives all over. People all over the world.
World traveler.
All right, we got to take a look at some bottom plays here. And as usual, Paigey and Sam hanging out in the butt fumble. They're not going to get out of it until one of them makes picks. So bust out the clipboard, put them on the sideline. If anybody wants to tell them, hey, you're in the butt fumble every single week, you don't want to be in the butt fumble, just make some picks. That would be great. But Meb,
time out. I hope Paigey and Sam are like best friends. I just hope they are. Because then like Meb or Jessica, Smitty, Julie, it's just gonna get to one of them first. Kind of like the prisoner's dilemma. Who's gonna make the deal first? So just hey, just make your picks. Get out of that butt fumble. Just do it.
Immunity.
Make this happen.
Meb,
get a deal.
Speaking of Meb is down in the butt punt this week. Meb, I don't know what happened, but you're punting butts currently.
I know what's happening.
Not a great week for you, my friend. We want to see you out of that. I know you got 2 entries, hedging your bets a little bit, but usually both your entries are doing pretty well.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny the way that it works out. Like you'll end up with like 8 points, but the 4 games you got wrong were different than the other 4 games in the other pool. Like it's kind of crazy, but
It is kind of crazy.
you're in the butt punt.
In the butt punt. It's all right, man. We still see on the leaderboard. Still time. 3 weeks left. Just don't be back there, or else you'll be in trouble. You'll be in trouble. It's all weather seal. As we said, it's coming down to crunch time. Playoffs are kind of in the window now. We're kind of looking at them, but that means 3 weeks are left in your pool, and it's time for us to crown a champion very soon. The next time you're going to see these faces, we're going to be decked out, ready to crown this champion. So let's get a great finish. All weather seal. We can't wait to see who comes out on top. So until next time, till championship video time, pool boys are out.
Happy holidays!
Happy holidays!